Mm. All right, all right. Oh, it's midnight on the dot, y'all. Midnight on the dot. All right. So that means I'm actually doing the video earlier than what I normally been doing. All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Look, I'm about to go on to bed. I just finished updating the website and my documents are printed. What's cool is that both of the signings that I got, well, I got three tomorrow, but two of them, they both were 20 pages each. Oh man, you can't make that stuff up. That is beautiful. 20 pages each, and then the one that I got, my last one is probably going to be about 63 pages. That's typical for them. Um, so I'm also washing clothes. So before I go to bed, I got to put the clothes in the dryer and then throw in the next set. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all about just goal setting. Okay, a little bit about goal setting. I was on a clubhouse, great clubhouse, Star McQueen, Super Notary Moms, and we was just talking about the low pay. I don't consider it low. I mean, it got to be a certain situation, but the subject was about low pay, and one of the things that I was sharing with people is that my goal is to make $8,000 a month. So what I did was I showed them, I said, one of the ways that I figured that out, how much I need to make a day, was just look at 5 days a week, which is going to be 20 days out of the month, Monday through Friday, 20 days. And I came up with, if I can make $400 a day times 20, that would give me $8,000 a month, plus whatever I do with groundworks and other things. The key is you got to make a goal. And if you don't make some kind of goal, and your goal needs to be some type of realistic business goal. So you can't have a goal of, well, I want to make, as a business owner, and especially in our business, well, I want to make $35 an hour. You got to really get paid something extremely high in order to break it down to $35 an hour. Or you're taking some serious shortcuts that you probably shouldn't be taking. What you need to be focusing on is what are you bringing in per month, because that's how businesses calculate revenue. It's not about how much I made per hour. I mean, you can break it down that way, but normally it's after we brought in all of the money that we needed to bring in, what did it equate to? And see, with some businesses, it's hard to come up with a per hour fee that you made or revenue dollar amount that you made. So what you have to do is just focus on the bigger picture and say, I want to make $8,000. Now, everything that you do starting on the first day of the month to the last day has to lead toward $8,000. If you're just sitting around in clubhouses all the time, if you're just sitting around on Zoom calls all the time, if you're just sitting around watching YouTube all the time, when are you doing anything toward the $800? I mean, the $8,000. You're not. You're trying to make $400 a day. It's doable, but what are you doing to get there? And that becomes a problem, that you're not really setting any goals. And most people won't set a goal because in order to set a goal, that means you got to put forth effort to obtain it. And if you really don't set a goal, then there's no effort that you need to put forth to obtain it. Why? Because you don't have a goal. I want to make money. Okay, how much money? I just want to make money. That's not good enough. So, you really, really gotta make up your mind on what's important and how to bring in the revenue. As I was talking to them about, how do you see yourself making money? Because that's the big question. Do you see yourself making money in this business by doing 5 signings a day or 10 signings a month? How do you see yourself making money? Because if you say, well, I want to make money on, just off of the 10 signings I do each month. Okay, so what is your financial goal? Meaning you do 10 signings. How much money are you trying to pull in based on those 10 signings? And that's going to be the determining factor as to whether or not this business is viable for you, or whether you're really viable for the business, because this business needs you to set goals so it can help you toward it. And if you're not willing to set a goal, then what are you doing? You're just, I mean, it's almost like being on a W-2. You wake up, you go to work, you do what you got to do there, you go home, you go to sleep, and you do it all over again. With the notary business, it's not just get up, do the same thing, and then, it's constant thinking and figuring out, how can I do better than I did yesterday? In a W-2, you don't really have to do better today than you did yesterday. You just got to make sure you show up today like you did yesterday. If you show up today like you did yesterday, then at the end of a particular amount of time, you will get paid. That's typically how it works. So another goal, one of the goals that I had this year was I wanted to be able to survive. Note what I'm saying. I just wanted to be able to survive all of this economic turmoil. Wanted to be able to survive till about June, July. It's August. I made it. And I'll be honest with you, I really didn't think too much beyond July, because I was thinking that, well, with the Feds doing that thing with the interest rates and trying to bring down inflation and all of that, I figured there would be a much bigger response for as house prices dropping and all of that, and that has not happened. So I was like, okay, so if things are slowing up, and then I'm looking at how much work that I'm getting from groundworks, and that has slowed up a good little bit, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I got to find a way to make it through to February, because when February of this year came, things started changing. People started buying and selling houses and all of that. So I said, okay, if I can make it through February, which I got September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, so I got about 6-7 months. I said, I got to go ahead on and find things to do, or take advantage of the opportunities that are out there, because my direct clients, I had 1 month where it seemed like every direct client that I'm with was contacting me for work, and now I only got one. Now I'm still with them, and they still will call me if they have something, but right now they don't have anything. The people who have work for me are the signing companies, so I got to take those. And then the work that they have, a lot of it is less than $85. So the question is, do I take it? Yeah, because I have a goal of $8,000 that I got to make. So if I take these orders, it's helping me toward not having to not make my goal. I'm trying to make that $8,000. So, and people are trying to find out whether they should be scared. I think if we just continue to prepare and do the things that we need to do, there's no need to be afraid. We just need to focus on what we should do and then do it. And the first thing, as always, you got to set a goal. And if you don't set that goal, I'm telling you, you're going to be up the creek without a paddle, because you're going to be like, what's motivating you? What's moving you? And if you don't have anything that's moving you, like one of the things I'm looking at expanding into, more commercial real estate, more wills, power of attorneys, trust documents, things of that nature. So more Ron, so I'm marketing, taking time out, talking with people, looking for opportunities, and presenting myself. So I have a goal, and what I have to do with that is narrow my marketing goal down a little more specific. And if you see my eyes open and close, it's just because they hurt, feel like I got sandpaper in them and all of that. But I said I wanted to put this video out, and I had to do some things earlier tonight, and I'll put it this way: I had one signing today, and next thing I know, I ended up with 3 signings altogether. And there was some late evening signings, so I had to do those, scan, and all of that. So I meant to do this video earlier, like 6 something, but I was in a signing at 6, so I couldn't. So the main thing is to set that goal. and I know I need to be more precise and concise with my goals for my marketing. So that's what my next goal is to set goals for that, and then methodically do it one day at a time, till I perfect it and get very, very good at it, and more confident when I do it. So I'm very confident in my ability to work with signing companies and just go out there and do the work. Now I just have to translate that over to other areas. And it may take some time, but it can't take 10 years. It got to take probably 3 to 4 months, if that. But I think it should be maybe even just in 2 months or 1 or 2 months. But that's what I have to do. So I just strongly encourage you to set goals, not get complacent in this business, and take advantage of every opportunity that comes across your path. Be looking for them, and don't worry about reaching out to another notary to see if it's legit, because you can always walk away from any of these jobs. Somebody presents something to you and it seems good, and then you realize it's not good, just walk away. You have that right. No. Here's something. Okay, I don't know. All right, well, let me go. Let me go down here and put these clothes in the dryer. I done did everything I needed to do and give me some rest. But if y'all need help with anything, got questions, throw them in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe, and start looking at setting you some goals. And just set goals for the rest of the month. Not the rest of the month, the rest of the year. Set your goal for the rest of the year on how you're going to market, how you're going to, what type of work you want to get, and start marketing yourself toward that. And then when the opportunities come, just take them and see what happens. Stop worrying about the fee and just go out there and do it. Now, if you have the ability, and I know I said I was going to close out. Now, if you have the ability to make somebody or to convince somebody to pay you $80, $100 or whatever more than what they're offering, then by all means go for it. But if they're not budging, now you got to make a decision. Are you going to take the order and do the work and make some money, or you're not? That's what it comes down to. And for me, the answer is I'm going to take the order, and it's going to bless my family. So y'all have a good one. I'm gonna go take my little sandpaper eyes to sleep. And again, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.